Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dear Dharma practitioners, there was a person, he's kind of little bit spiritual person, and he used to go and meet the priest and mostly every day have a discussion, and the priest also giving some spiritual advice. And he had a habit, like once a week he buy a lotto, but he don't check it, he give it to his wife. So he didn't win for a while, for a long time he didn't get any winning lotto. But one day he bought a lotto and gave it to his wife. And then when the wife checked the result, and she found out he got the first prize, more than $10 million. And but the wife was little bit worried to tell this good news to his husband, because he had some heart problem, and she thought, if I tell this, maybe this person get too excited and maybe it will harm to him. So then she was thinking that what to do. And then it came to her mind about the priest. So she thought, okay, because he go and meet the priest, and it is better first go to the priest and tell the news, and through the priest, if I tell this good news to my husband, then he will handle, and it maybe the priest know how to tell it. So she went to meet the priest and explained the situation and told, my husband having this kind of heart problem, and I don't want to tell this news, and we want this first prize, and it is more than 10 million. So can you please tell him this? The priest told, of course, I will tell it. Don't worry about it. And so then the evening, this person came to meet the priest, and they had just ordinary conversation. Then after that, the priest start to get into him and ask, by the way, that you buying this lotteries, have you ever win any lottery? Then he told, no, it is of okay, they're cheating us, and I never had chance to buy a winning lotto. I every day buy, but no any good result. So then by the time the priest told, by the way, in case if you win the first prize, what you going to do? So then he took some time and thought and told, if I win, I going to give half of that prize to you as a donation. By hearing, the priest got the heart attack and priest died. So even though it's a funny story, it's deeply, when it come to our life, sometimes we give advice and we preach and we try to help others. But when the situation come to us, when that things become real, when something in front of us, and it very difficult to accept that truth, and we try to find shortcut, and we try to find the different other ways to to go through that situation. So then you have to remember, as a husband, wife, as children, as parents, friends, and sometimes you claim that the blame each other, claim each other, and trying to give advice to each other and telling to others to do this way, do that way. But you have to understand, Mind is not a kind of separate one entity. The mind is the result of this whole life. In this very moment, whatever in your mind is the result of your entire sansaric journey. There is nothing missing there. Remember that. It always 100% activate and involving with the moment by moment your existence. Your entire journey that you came through this eons by eons, the spirit is the very moment of you. Not only you, each and every person the same, even the newly born child the same. 5 years old child, 10 years old child, and you have to understand this very nature, because we're living with human beings and we're living with other living beings. So once you understand that within yourself and at the same time within others, that you it will help you to maintain very comfortable and profitable connection with each other. Otherwise, if we have always idea, okay, do this way, do that way, we always try to tell things, and maybe when it come to other person, it has no capacity for that person to understand it. So then you have to be calm, relax, and maybe you have to use different methods and maybe the different words. You know, the strength of your words effect for people. And the way you talk to a child, and sometimes you cannot talk to a elder, it is different. And sometimes you have no idea the way you talk, maybe the same word. So be mindful and try to bring down the voice a little bit and see how the other person going to react. Or maybe bring a little bit higher the voice and see how other people going to react. So if I start to talk to you, oh dear devotees, this life is so important. So you get depressed and you feel sleepy. The same thing, and in day-to-day life, you always have to understand your performance means your life. So all the experience you accumulated through the life in this very moment 100% activated. So then you have to bring that mindfully. That is where you can gain the sun, because from in this very moment, in the present moment, whoever exists, remember, no one fail or no one success in the present moment. So, but when you add something to that present moment, as a result of that, then it going to become profitable or unprofitable. That's why enlightened masters, they have just actions. It doesn't create kind of like a reaction come towards them. And that action is complete. And it is not a half action. When you perform a complete action, there is no reaction. It's a different kind of, the method. But just for this practice point of view, to understand yourself, what I'm trying to go and tell you. So remember, when you complete the action, there is no way that the reaction going to come. That's why enlightened master, they don't earn the merits. So you also have that capacity. When you do something, why the reactions happen? Because the one thing is you do that action with your past experience. You mixing your past experience. And other thing is you don't complete that action. You think, oh, I done it. But how many things you thought like that way? You're not completing it. So then remember in each and every day that whatever you do, and remember yourself that one thought happening in you, don't take it kind of like a easy way, because one thought can take you to hell or heaven. There is an opportunity come to your thought, one thought, that whatever your last thought has power to take you to heaven or hell. Not today, not this very moment, but how you going to handle that last moment? Because we go through the habits, we go through the pattern. So then what you have to do, don't be a, remember this, don't be a pattern maker, because that is our very nature. Be a pattern breaker. Vipassana is the method to break your patterns. Each and every pattern that you develop in your samsaric journey, knowingly or unknowingly, which we call habits, you break it down. When you break it down, your habits, that is where your awareness going to perform well. So when it comes to today, as you know, more than this anything, this COVID-19, it will go away by the time. And other most of the the disease or the virus, this health issues mostly go away. But day by day, your anxiety and depression become more higher, more higher, more higher. How it is possible? And it become the it become kind of like you know the leading problem now everywhere in the world, and no any kind of medicine, no vaccination for that. So then how you can get out of this? Because it created by your own mind. See that it bring your mind has power to bring the life, and at the same time remember it has power to kill you. Why you die unnecessarily? No, if there is a reason, and if you end up your longevity or some other, it is okay. That death we accept, but suicide we don't accept. No, death we accept, but killing yourself, no, we don't accept. So then the anxiety and depression is kind of like a killing ourselves. Why it happened like this way? So recently, I came with some university research they have done with this anxiety and depression. And it is very interesting, how this happening within us, because there is no medicine for this. And it is your own behavior. Your mind and your brain, your heart, or whatever you can name, any organ in your body, it has no power. Your nerve system doesn't have power to recognize this is good, this is bad. It's both, they accept it in this. So then your mind, the way you maintain your mind, develop this all the patterns. So when it comes to that, it is very important for you to understand how the anxiety happening. And once you know that, and then you yourself, you can get out of it. And especially with these young children, and even though they have everything, and they are the one who having the anxiety, not the older people. The most of people anxiety, according to the latest that research, that 12 years to 33 years, in between this most beautiful time in life, we even we didn't have any idea what is anxiety during that time, when we are like 12, 13, 14, or 20. We had no idea about what is anxiety. We just had the life. But now it's not like that. So why it's happening? So then when it look at the reason, it's our own mistake bring the wrong result. That's why. So when you that the when something, what is anxiety? It's before something happened, whatever your mental reaction regarding that outcome going to come is the anxiety. Before something happened, the whatever the outcome going to come out of that action, and you think about that, that is anxiety. It's not about, you cannot have the anxiety thinking about your past. Anxiety, anxious, becoming always thinking ahead, bring this problem to you. So today we're going to break it down. I'll tell you how you can do. You from today, don't tell that you have anxiety. Because there's it's a key point, and it is tested. It's tested through this all the especially this, the most successful sports, leading sports people, and the most the fastest people and the most successful golf players. So like that, they have done huge research like that way. So, and the important thing, the mostly when something happen, when we think about something, and the mostly that what we think about the future, it is very difficult to get out of it, because we are in the pattern. We are in the pattern. And even we told this, think about the stay present. And it's just kind of like, that powerless mantra. All over the people nowadays know about, being in the moment. But look at the world. Nowadays, people make a lot of mistakes, you know. So anyhow, to this anxiety, before we go to the anxiety, and just remember that when we do things in our day-to-day life, when something good going to happen to us, we become excited. So be very clear and understand that. That is because once you understand this, from today you can help your children and your husband, wife, or your parents and everyone around you. You have to help them. That's because there is no medicine for this. And we like to be excited, and even we trying to make other people excited through doing something make happy them, trying to do something good to them. That is the reason for anxiety. So if you are a person used to be, or if you have a lifestyle to be so excited regarding the future situations, it bounce back, because your nerve system, it recognize this nature. Your body recognize, your mind recognize, your thought recognize this nature. Excited, you become excited, and people are addicted to be excited, and we think it is something very good, and we try to make other people excited. So then what happens is you create a current, jump ahead the time, and you like to be happy regarding the outcome. So then always the things not going to bring the good result. And then what happening when this that excitement overtake your nerve system, and once it become pattern in you, once it become a habit in you, you get the deep anxiety. Once you have the anxiety, then depression, and then your blood circular system and the breathing, your lungs have the nerve system to your brain. It attack your breathing system. When you excited, what is happening? It attack to your breathing system. Once your lungs get effect and it's go to the brain, and then your whole nerve system get effect. As you know, through your lungs, it's go to your spine, and through the spine, and it go to your brain and all other, to your tip of your fingers to toes, the entire your body covered through this nerve system start from the spine. So spine get the strength out of your lungs, and the lungs has the deeper relationship with your brain and the heart. So the way you think and the way you the react to things, it's go to your nerve system. And once you start to jump ahead from the time, and you like to be excited, and then it start to create a pattern inside you. And when there is no even something going to happen, and that current start to keep working, and then what will happen? Naturally, even little thing, even one phone call, even just ringing the phone, and just somebody, even the missed call, wrong number, just ringing and cut, and the person get anxiety. Wow, who called this? Who is this? Why call this time? What happened? It's a wrong number. Why it happened this time? So then you jump ahead. Why? Because it's the system you build up. So this is what happened. According to the research they have done, how the people win. So then you will understand how it affects for the life. So when the golf players, when they play, as you know, they have to imagine the ball, which direction and how far the ball go. They have to imagine. So that's mean before they hit, they already have the imagination they're going to hit the ball to that hole. So that's mean in their mind they already win, or they already became successful. In that thought, they're not going to be excited. If they become excited, they're going to fail. So what they recognize, when they recognize that the how the ball go and get into the hole, in that very moment they become calm and relaxed. They don't react to that final result in their mind. And they have done this UF fighters, the most successful fighters, really they win. And they ask how you what you. So they plan to win. No one go to fight for winning, losing. They always go to win. But when they have the imagination regarding their winning, they're not going to become excited. So they calm down. They handle it very neutral mind without reacting to that winning thought. They have the idea to win, but they don't react to that winning thought. Relax means no action. So when you relax mean, remember that. When you relax mean no action. So they come to the relaxed moment when they have the winning thought and running. The most fastest people, and they had the interview and done, and then how they have the idea to win, because they no one going to race to lose. Everybody tried, especially like Olympic, everybody, all the spirits, so everybody try to win. And but they don't enjoy, or they don't get excited, and they don't react to that winning thought inside their head. And when they have that idea, they relax. When they see the winning, they relax. That means when they when they when they have the idea in their mind regarding winning, they don't react. They become neutral. So in case if you react to that, what will happen? Then you get the anxiety. Then you cannot do it. Your whole nerve system, that's the first thing. The whole nerve system start to, attack to that. Then your whole nerve system sabotage to you, and then you cannot perform. But when you relax, what is happening? Head to toes, each and every muscles, they have done the research, and through putting the machines, even though they think about the winning, when they relax, what is happening? Each and every muscle in their body open. Each and every muscle open. And as you know, the cheetah, the most fastest animal. Why that animal became so much fast? Because it run, each and every muscle perform. There is no single muscle that the neutral. Each and every muscle perform and active. So when they come to relax moment, what is happening? Each and every muscle calm down. That calm downness, when they start to activate, it perform to the 100%. So that is the science. When you able to calm down to the 100%, when it perform to the 100%. If you cannot rest to 100%, you cannot perform 100%. So see, in day-to-day life, so whatever, then you have to start from your dinner table, your lunch packet, or your cup of tea. What is that? Before you eat, don't get excited. So before you open your gift, don't get excited. And don't push others to make them excited. Why? Because once that excitement become a habit to them, what will happen? For unnecessary things, the nerve system start to react. And that is what anxiety. So in day-to-day life, the whatever good or bad happen, when it happen, so remember that you have power to go through things. You have no idea how you survive through your life. It's all not by by your own intellectual wisdom. No, because this nature, this body has its own wisdom also to go with this nature. Like that, this human body, human mind has capacity to adapt to any situation. But when you think more and more and more, and when you develop a thought pattern, what happening? It affect for your day-to-day life. So then remember, the mind mean what you think mean. It is just not the separate one entity. It is your whole experience. So then be a habit breaker rather than developing habits. That is why we practice this kind of things. And through meditation, remember that according to the Buddha's teaching, it is not trying to develop a pattern. The Buddha is the one who taught us to get out of the pattern and try to find the complete freedom from your own patterns that you develop inside you. And that pattern mostly with two things. What are those? Comparing to past and thinking about the future. So if you slowly, little by little, little by little, bring it to the moment, whatever that you perform in that very moment, you're going to be successful. So as an ordinary person, your life should be successful. Remember that. So with that success, because the spirituality means another way, the way you maintain your physical and mental is your spirituality. It is not separate thing. It is not a different lifestyle. No, it is inside you, inherent. So then you have to transform that to a higher level. How you can do that? Performing and becoming best as who you are. So then cultivating and developing your profitable skills. So for that, remember that in day-to-day life, learn not to be too excited. The world used to becoming more excited with things, becoming even the marketing world, and spread and try to make people excited every day. That is why all over the world, more than any other time, rather than calming down the mind and people spreading the ideas to be excited, we think it is kind of like a nice thing. It is, of course, when we experience it is good, but it's kind of like the sugar and salt. When you eat, it's bringing kind of like a good taste. Everybody like that, but you know in the long run, what will happen? It going to kill you. So same thing with our own behavior, our own mind. Remember, nothing wrong becoming excited if it is not become a pattern. So but the thing is, once we addicted to be excited, it going to end up with the anxiety. So then remember, it is okay to have things, but it is okay to win things. It is okay to go for higher things. If it is okay to go to the best. And one example I give from the Buddha's life. So when he give up the 6 year most difficult ascetic practice, and he get out of it, and all the five ascetics and everybody went away, and then he had the begging bowl, and the Sujata and the came and offered some uh, food for her, and then he had that bowl. So what he did, he went to the river and thought that if I attain to the Buddhahood, this bowl should go towards the up, not with the stream downward. It should go upward. And it happened. Do you think the Prince Siddhartha jump over the river and shouted and laughed, oh, I'm going to attain to Buddhahood, oh, everything. Oh, no, he didn't do that. What even? He determined, calm down, relax, and went under the Bodhi tree and start to practice meditation. See? So that is the lesson that you have to get. So then remember, when you practice meditation, if something that, sometimes your nerve system or something cool down, calm down, or even the mind start to come to the point, and don't jump ahead, get excited. No, what you have to do, bring back, go backward, little bit, hold it, relax, calm down, slow down, and be neutral, relax, let everything to settle down as it is. and then you can go through it. So that is a deeper mental practice that you need while you're practicing meditation, but at the same time, how you can get it through through in day-to-day activities. So when the anxiety and depression, that's why they go practice meditation, meditation, meditation. But the reason is in that when you calm down, relax, you don't jump ahead. That is the ability you gain. So then remember in your day-to-day life, teach your children not to get too excited. And it is okay to be happy, but in that happy moment, and remember to hold it slow, slow, calm down. And you can see how the Tiger Woods and he teach his child to play how to play the golf. And whenever you have opportunity, watch it. You can find it on YouTube maybe. And the one of the first rule in according to that research that he taught to this child, whatever the good result you get, don't get excited. It is a trap. So see, the same principle. So then remember, as parents, of course, you like if other person get excited, your children get excited. But in a long run, it's going to bring something else. So from today, then be mindful and be happy, have a higher purpose, have a bigger target, and thinking about winning. But remember, when you see it in your mind, remember to keep cool, calm down. So, with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to you, may no difficulties come to you, may no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatantarayo sukhi diga yuko bhava. Ittavata cha ammi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamunchatu. Bless you.